Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm heading into Waitrose, which is widely considered to be the most premium supermarkets here in the UK. I'm going to be showing you their Christmas party food range, and honestly it's looking very impressive, from New York style deli toasties to pigs in blanket quiche and even Wagyu beef ready to go roast potatoes. Waitrose always goes big at Christmas and they're known for pushing the boat out with their festive food, so today I'm going to be your personal shopper, taking you around the store and showing you everything that's offered for Christmas this year. So grab yourself a hot drink, get comfy, and let me take you shopping around Waitrose and let's see what they've got on offer for Christmas 2025. Waitrose actually have two levels of Christmas party food this year. The entry level range is all priced at £6 per pack, and they were running a 3 for 2 offer, which brings the price down to £4 a pack if you buy 3. There was a good selection and all the usual party staples you'd expect, but I have to be honest, there wasn't anything particularly out of the ordinary here. It felt quite generic and very similar to what I've seen at other supermarkets, often for quite a bit less. For me, the range was all a bit beige and wasn't overly impressed. The second range is the number one Waitrose collection, which is priced at £8 per pack, again on a 3 for 2 deal, bringing it to £16 for 3 or about £5.33 a pack. This collection definitely felt far more premium. There were things like lobster and prawn vol au vents, king prawn toast, and one item I really love the look of was the New York deli toasties, which looked absolutely delicious. The sticky beef teriyaki skewers also looked really good. I picked up 3 of these to pop in the freezer, and I'll show you exactly what I chose at the end, but the range felt far more in line with what I'd expect from Waitrose at Christmas. Let me know what you think about the pricing and whether you usually buy or enjoy Waitrose party food. Waitrose have already started to reduce their Christmas crackers, and I've noticed many supermarkets haven't done yet. They had a really good selection with quite a few already reduced, some 25% off and some over half price. Overall, there was a strong presence that some genuinely nice gifts inside depending on which ones you went for. There were ones that were £16 down to 12, which works out only £1 a cracker, and the contents was actually pretty decent. They also had a few half price options, which brought some packs down to only 50p a cracker, although the gifts inside were fairly minimal. They also had fill your own crackers, which was £6 for a pack of 6, so only £1 each, and you can then personalise it and add gifts yourself inside. Some of the more novelty style crackers were also reduced, including the xylophone harlequin crackers, which I was actually given a couple of years ago, and I'm not surprised they were half price. They were torture. There was also some really nice smaller options, including the Who Am I Snowman crackers, which came with a fun little game inside, and these candy stripe crackers, which were half price at £9 for a pack of 8, and actually really good gifts. So if you're looking for mid-range Christmas crackers, Waitrose had a solid selection, and they're definitely much better value now. There is a lot reduced. Turkey wise, they actually had a really good selection in. They had a slow cooked turkey crown that feeds 6, priced at £50. There was also a turkey breast joint for 30. In the frozen section, they had a butter basted turkey breast on special for £16. That was a kilo, and that served 6. And then they had a smaller butter based turkey breast that feeds 4 people, and that was only £12. They then had basted premium turkey crowns that feeds 8 people, and they were 30. Moving on to the accessories, they had already loads in. They had goose fat roast potatoes, which you can literally just shove in the oven, £5 or 2 for 8. Honey mustard parsnips, they had cauliflower cheese, which is one of my absolute favourites, and they had red cabbage. I also spotted the Wagyu beef roast potatoes, which did look delicious, but I make very good roast potatoes myself, so I didn't pick these up. But if you want something really convenient, they had them ready to go. And finally, they had the ultimate cauliflower cheese, which looked absolutely amazing. My local Waitrose always has a really tiny homeware section, but I did manage to find a couple of bits. They had some really nice china mugs and plates, perfect for serving mince pies. They were £5 for the plate and £6 for the mug. They did have a few reductions on Christmassy bits. There were some table runners priced at £12, a holly one from John Lewis and a Christmas tree design one, if you're still looking. I then spotted these plates reduced to £2.67, which would be perfect for putting out for Father Christmas. They had a couple of glasses, which are really nice, but then I spotted the gift bags and I nearly fell over. Lovely pattern, love them, but they were £2.75 for one gift bag. They did have some slightly smaller ones reduced to £2, which for me is still a little too expensive. Even the tissue paper was £3 for a pack. They did have a special offer on the wine bottle bags for £1 though, which was slightly better, but I definitely won't be rushing to Waitrose to stock up on gift wrap. They did have some really nice cards though, and they were half priced, which made them much better value. The We Three Kings one was down to £2.50, and then finally I spotted a cushion with 45% off, which was down to £7.50. Waitrose had a really nice selection of Christmas cakes. They had a hand-decorated Christmas cake from the #1 collection, which was £20, which is very similar in price to the Marks & Spencer's one. Then they had something I hadn't seen before, a vintage-style sponge cake. It had a vintage look with Merry Christmas written across the top, which was a bit different and actually very pretty. After that, they had some mini iced classic Christmas cakes. The little ones were £3, and then they had a larger version for £9, which I think is actually a reasonable price. I've just bought mine from Morrison's for £7.50. For traditional Christmas cakes, they had the #1 12-month aged Christmas cake. The largest size was 14, which serves 8. They then had a smaller version serving 4 for £7.50, and little individual cakes were £2.50. They also had the jewelled gift cakes, which were on special offer for £6.40. Moving on to the Christmas puddings, they had the #1 range and also something a bit different, a jewelled Cointreau and cranberry Christmas pudding, which was on offer for £12. That one came in a few different sizes as well. The smaller one for 2 people was £4.50, and most of the items here seem to have 20% off. They also had their standard 6-month matured Christmas puddings. The individual ones were £1.75, and 4-serving pudding was £4, and the 8-serving pudding was £7. Mince pies are my favourite section. The #1 range had 25% off, bringing most of them down to £3. They had some really interesting flavours, including brown butter mince pies with cognac, limoncello mince pies, which have apparently been featured in their advert, and crumble top mince pies with cranberry and orange. The ones I was most tempted by are the brandy buttercream mince pies, but if I'm honest, they didn't look quite as good as the Marks & Spencer's one I inhaled, so I left them. I'm going to make my own closer to Christmas anyway, because I've already bought my favourite mince pies from Aldi, so I didn't need any more. They also had some really nice mini mince pies, included with brown butter mince pie with cognac, which would be perfect for a little festive spread. They then had what I would call their more entry-level mince pies. 6 was £2.25, and if you fancy making your own, their Christmas mincemeat was £2.50. So let me know, are you buying mince pies this year, or are you making your own? Hey, I am back from Waitrose. I picked up a couple of bits for Boxing Day. We've got lots of people coming around, so I'm just getting a few party bits. We're going to do a lot of leftovers, and I'm making my sausage rolls, and I'm making mince pies, and we'll have loads of... We always make too much on Christmas Day, and obviously the cheese mountain. Didn't buy any cheese in Waitrose, but I bought plenty everywhere else. But I did pick up some of these party foods. These were 3 for 2, the number 1 range. And these were the sticky beef teriyaki skewers. Looked really nice, so I got those. And these are also gluten-free. I do have someone coming that's gluten-free and a vegetarian. I then bought 2 packs of these. These are the soft mini pretzels with cheese, American-style mustard. And they just look lovely. The salt beef and gherkins, just thought they were brilliant. I got 2 packs of those because I thought they are going to be incredibly popular. And then I picked up, again for the number 1, was this mushroom parfait. I'm not a fan of pate, don't eat things like that, but I do like a bit of mushroom. I thought these might be quite nice on the blinis maybe. So I got that. I think that was £7.50. It wasn't the cheapest, but it's vegetarian. And I thought that'd be quite good to put on the blinis. That's everything I picked up from Waitrose. Let me know what you think in the comments. I didn't buy any more mince pies because I'm going to make some. So they had some, but I didn't buy any more. But let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I have loads of other Christmas food reviews on my channel, and I've got more coming up. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you on the next video.